Good friends, today is the first Sunday of Advent, which means that we kick off our annual Christmas offering time. And we are so pleased that this year, 2023, we will be partnering with a longtime friend in UCOM. And we welcome the Reverend Bruce Roller back to Park Church. He said it's been a while since he had worshiped with us in this sanctuary. I hope that it's been a blessing unto you this day, Bruce, and we welcome you to share a little bit about the good ministry that is going on through UCOM and to bring a park welcome to our good friend, Bruce Roller.
Thank you. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. So good to be back with all of you today and to bring you a verbatim report somewhat with these opening words from a volunteer when she said to us, "What are those?" She asked as she stocked the produce from in the early morning shopping trip. And Sean Keener, our program director, answered, "Well, we have lemongrass and daikon radishes and jicama and plantains, and these are pomegranates, papayas and mangoes, the loaded cart full of fresh pineapples and berries and carrots and onions were easily recognizable." As United Church Outreach Ministry, UCOM helped hundreds of families put food on their table for Thanksgiving and prepares now to help hundreds more at Christmas. We wanted to offer culturally appropriate fruits and vegetables because our neighbors are a diverse and wonderful group of families from all over the world, including Vietnam, Myanmar, Ghana and Sudan, Germany, and lately several refugee families from Ukraine. UCOM also serves a large Hispanic population, and while some might think of this group as monocultural, this couldn't be farther from the truth. Our Latinx neighbors hail from Guatemala, Cuba, Mexico, El Salvador, the Dominican Republic, Colombia, Honduras, and more, each having their own cultural and family traditions. While a few of our Mexican neighbors were talking about their recipes for pozole or tamales, a big debate over whether to wrap in banana leaves or corn husks, some of our Dominican neighbors were sharing their love of sancocho, vegetable stew. A Cuban neighbor chimed in with a pitch for plantanas maduras, which is ripe fried plantains. And a Colombian neighbor mentioned arepas as a holiday favorite. You know, each of us celebrates the holidays with so many rich food traditions from our own cultural heritage. Recipes get handed down from generation to generation, and favorites from our childhood take on a trip down memory lane. Think about your own holidays. What does your table look like? At UCOM, we know how important these traditions and rituals can be. And with your help, we're doing our best to ensure that our neighbors have food available to them that are culturally relevant and meaningful to their holidays and to their everydays. Helping provide for your neighbors so that they can make a meal that reminds them of family even when they're thousands of miles away is a tremendous gift. You know, it's so appropriate that I get to speak with you briefly this first Sunday in Advent 2023, a Sunday when much of the Christian church focuses on hope, as we've been doing here today, a quality sorely stressed in our news cycles. Many of you have been involved with United Church Outreach Ministry through much of the past 37 years since our incorporation, are well aware of our tagline, resources for living, hope for life. You've been among the individuals, foundations, and churches that have ensured that our neighbors who arrive at UCOM's doors, anxious and stressed and fragile, some verging on hopelessness, find smiling faces, kind words, and resources they need to restore their dwindling hope. 2023 was a frightening year indeed for all of us who love our neighbors in Wyoming, Granville, and southwest Grand Rapids. Loss of some long-standing grant funding, an increase in food prices, and decreases in government aid for our neighbors left us in a precarious situation. But as we made the severity of the need known, many of our faithful supporters came to the rescue. And it looks like we'll finish 2023 in a healthy position. Not the least of those heroes are those of you at Park Church who stepped forward to designate your Christmas offering to benefit our neighbors, to make sure they're warm and well fed this winter. You restore their hope. And when I look across this congregation and see so many former and future board members and volunteers and donors and supporters, my hope soars that UCOM will be in our community doing its good work as long as we're needed. In 2023, United Church Outreach Ministry has already helped 4,500 unique individuals, some of them more times than once, and provided access to good, nutritious food for more than 500,000 meals already. With your generous Christmas offering this year, you'll be able to help thousands of people, including refugees from many war-torn nations, to start new and better lives for their families. Like the family of mom and dad and 4 children, the youngest of whom uses a wheelchair for mobility. They barely escaped civil war in Myanmar with only the clothes on their back. And with help from UCOM and our partner agencies, including Park Church, have been building a new life here. Last week, we met a refugee from Ukraine who had only been in this country for a month. With the help of iTranslate and our staff member, Katie, we were able to help him shop for groceries. He expressed awe for the good food he got, and he just kept apologizing over and over for needing help. All of these people and thousands more who access good, nutritious food from UCOM's Healthy Choice Food Pantry and the farm stand and the gardens are able to eat well because of your generous giving. And sometimes we're able to go over and above just access to healthy food. Another man last week, our postman, Kevin Nata, who's been a recurring monthly giver for 15 years, told us about a man came rushing to our building and said, there's a man on the street. He's been weaving in and out of traffic, and this young couple was able to get him out of the Chicago Drive traffic and off to the side of the road, but they can't communicate with him. We can't communicate with him because he speaks only Spanish, and one of our Spanish-speaking staff members was able to rush out to him, and they found that he suffered from dementia, and he was looking for the local Catholic parish, our local Catholic parish, because he wanted to go and pray. But he was going the wrong direction from the Catholic parish. And so she was able to talk to him and get him turned around and help him get to the parish, where she took him into the priest and was able to get him settled there with him. And they prayed together, and the priest assured her that he would help him to get home because he was one of the members of their congregation. And that we go outside the building. We go way outside the building. And it's your help that makes that possible. You are the heroes. You and our resilient neighbors are the heroes of all these stories. Thank you. Thank you for what you've done all through the years. You were there at the foundation of the incorporation of this organization, and you've been there ever since, and you continue to be there. Thank you for what you've done through the years, and thank you for giving the very best Christmas offering that you can this year. Great will be your reward. Your generous donations to UCOM allow us to continue together offering a taste of home to your neighbors from around the world, not just at the holidays, but year-round. And for that, we are truly grateful. We are grateful for your partnership. Thank you so much.